breaking news, Pete.
What's up?
So, apparently, OnlyFans is banning porn? Question mark?
It's so funny because you had like this whole list of topics that you wanted to talk about, and the only thing that I came up with is the thing I read today about OnlyFans stopping porn.
I rewrote the intro, used the John Williams NBC News theme.
Yeah, exactly. Typing in the background like it's a breaking news story. So I read today that OnlyFans is banning all explicit content. I want to make that clear. Explicit content, not nudity or anything like that, but explicit content from their services. And according to inputmag.com, I was reading the story according to them, and it says OnlyFans is banning porn, the company announced today. It's a surprise move meant to protect its partnerships with banks and payment providers. The platform will still allow creators to post nude photos and videos, but not any sexually explicit conduct. The change goes into effect starting in October.
Wowie, wow. I thought OnlyFans, that's all it was, basically.
I thought it was thriving, especially during this pandemic when like a lot of people were out of work and were looking to make some extra money.
Absolutely.
I thought it was like a great platform because you could kind of have some control over what you're putting out there and whatnot.
It really opened up to the whole world. It was like everyone has a type, whether it's weird, whether you're heavy, whether you're thin. It kind of opened up that whole world to people to connect on a whole different level. I never saw it as deviant or anything. And I think that if you're going to ban that part of it, then get rid of it because we have Instagram already and we don't have to pay for that.
Right. I just think it's weird that like OnlyFans banning porn is like McDonald's banning burgers. You know what I mean? It's just, it goes hand in hand. And I feel like it was, because there's other platforms like OnlyFans out there, but I feel like OnlyFans was the one that everyone knows.
So the banks are fucking this up, really, is what it comes down to. The banks don't want to be associated with gaping grandma.
Yeah, thanks, banks.
Yeah, thanks, banks. I guess I'm going to end my subscription to gaping grandma.
That's the only thing we had during this pandemic, and now you ruined that, fuckers.
Fucking A, man. Seriously.
But you know what's funny? I feel like this is just giving someone else an opening to come out with something like OnlyFans, but better and more explicit and just giving what the people are losing.
Absolutely, yeah. And OnlyFans is going to lose out.
I feel like OnlyFans is going to become the MySpace of of porn. You know what I mean? Someone bigger and better is going to come along and do it better.
Some creepy, horny Mark Zuckerberg is going to come around, and make the better version of OnlyFans.
I was thinking Jeff Bezos. OnlyBezos.com.
It's just him doing lewd acts.
Yeah.
Would you like to see me have sex in space?
Would you like to see me in my space outfit?
And my cowboy hat? Like you said, it's taking burgers from McDonald's, or even more so Burger King. Burger King without the burgers.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A without the chick. It's so weird because I thought like OnlyFans was the one company that was doing well during this whole pandemic, and it's like the one thing because you can stay at home, like the people can stay at home and do whatever they need to do and not have to worry about the whole trials and tribulations of the pandemic.
Not to mention, I've seen a lot of success stories of people who quit their own job because they made 8 times more on OnlyFans.
I know.
Like
crazy,
people
right?
who are successful in their own right for a career that was looked upon as, upstanding and professional, and then the lockdown happened. So they go on OnlyFans to keep the flow of cash coming in. And then all of a sudden they're making like $2,000 a minute.
Right.
Why can't you do that?
I could do it. You want me to do it? Give me $5.99 a month and I'll do it. It's interesting that you said that, because that's what I was thinking. Like, OnlyFans wasn't like for aspiring models too or anything like that. These were like everyday people that that went on it and were, exposing themselves and making money off of that, off of it,
because they did it. They agreed to do it.
They were the ones in control. I don't know. It's weird. But like I said, I'm sure there's going to be another platform for this kind of thing to come along. So we'll just have to wait and see.
And we'll be here when it comes.
We'll be here when I come. What?
Oh, no.
Well, Peter Martino, thank you for shedding some light on the OnlyFans debacle.
Yeah.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
You're listening to Rico and the Man.
Rico and the Man.
With Rob Tragler and Pete-ski Martinsky.
Pete-ski Martinsky. Hey, howdy, hey, everybody.
It's just too easy.
I like it. I like it.
You remember this theme?
NightCourt.
Fucking A, man. NightCourt, which is apparently now a cursed sitcom because people are dropping like flies, like you said. You texted me and said, dropping like flies.
And even Harry Anderson wasn't that old when he died. And Marky Post, who just passed away.
Marky Post just passed away. I mean, but there's a lot of other people besides, Harry Anderson and Marky Post. Fucking Charlie Robinson.
Yep.
He just died.
Larroquette better watch his back.
I know. Larroquette should be like, I better watch my back. Yeah, it's like the NightCourt curse all of a sudden. Is Bull still alive? He is, right?
Yeah, he's actually still alive.
Oh.
He's still alive, but that old judge lady, she died a while ago. I forgot her name, Florence something.
The old judge lady, Florence Hallop? She died in like 1986.
Yeah, she died a while ago. It's weird because NightCourt was never a show that I really watched, but yet I know all the characters and people that were on it. You know what I mean? It was like one of those shows that I feel like my mother like had on like late at night, probably like the reruns that she had on, and I was just like aware of it.
Buried in the wrinkles of your brain to the point where now it's like, I've never seen NightCourt, but I remember every episode if I catch it on TV. And it was on for like 9 seasons or something?
It was on for a long time.
Right?
A really long time. Yeah. I'm going to look it up right now.
Fucking NightCourt, man. There he goes. He's researching.
Stand by.
Pete-ski Martinsky.
Yeah, 1984 to 1992. That's like fucking Cheers, man. Damn. What's this about the reboot that they're doing?
Apparently, it's about like Harry Anderson's like offspring being back in the NightCourt.
It always has to be the offspring.
Yeah, why can't it just be another NightCourt?
Yeah, I don't get that. They're like, it's like, I feel like it's a desperate attempt to tie in to the old show. Like, just have a new NightCourt with,
new people.
Characters.
Yeah, new characters. Yeah. Be original.
The original.
I get a lot of flack for saying this, but I am not a fan of the Big Bang Theory.
No.
Okay, thank you. I would have had to have jettisoned you from the friends list.
More like the Big Bullshit Theory.
Whoa!
Oh, no!
The NightCourt sequel. It's a sequel starring Melissa Rauch, or Rausch. You know who that is, the blonde. Yes, her and John Larroquette get an NBC pilot order. She's playing Abby Stone, the daughter of the late Harry Stone.
Is she going to be a magician too?
But yeah, I mean, another thing don't mess with, not that it's a legacy and NightCourt was all that important, but it's like, just come up with something new. Why even call it NightCourt?
So Larroquette is going to be in it?
Yeah. Ooh. Unless he dies. I mean, it seems to be going around with the NightCourt cast.
They better shoot that shit quick.
Larroquette, you better get on that prontissimo.
You better make that and Madhouse 2 real quick. Remember Madhouse? I used to love that movie.
Yeah, I remember Madhouse. But quiz, what else was John Larroquette in a movie that also starred Bill Murray and Harold Ramis?
Think
about this.
Stripes?
That's it.
That's it? That was a total guess.
Nope, that's it. Hey, so the other night was up late, couldn't sleep, so I put on my iPad and I got my little headphones on. I pressed play on Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Oh, no, you did not. It's
Yes,
over. We are done. Traitor. You broke my heart, Fredo. You broke my heart.
I'm gonna cry now.
All right, so let's hear it. What'd you think?
Well, first of all, I have to say that Paul Snyder couldn't have been more right about all of his takeaways. Like, his review of it is spot on with everything he had to say about, like, you know, the background actors and during the game, and, you know, the whole point that Warner Brothers is actually kind of the villain in the movie. But it's just so bad. It makes Space Jam, the original, look like fucking Lawrence of Arabia and shit.
Now, would you have noticed all that stuff, like the extras and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's blatant.
First,
yes,
yeah, okay,
yeah.
It's
no,
blatant.
It's a good observation, but yeah, I mean, if you're like us, like with Paul, and you know, we're film guys, you're totally gonna see how just completely like no background action direction at all. Like,
Jesus
like
Christ.
every single moment, even if it's like a solemn little like intimate moment with like LeBron and his kids and stuff in the background, it's just over the top Price is Right cheering by horrible renditions of The Mask, the Penguin from Batman Returns, Catwoman.
Oh, God.
Like, it's just, and the wardrobes aren't even that great. It's really bad. It's really bad. The one thing I did like is that when there are references to Superman and Batman, it's the Williams and Elfman scores. It's very quick, but at least...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
At least that's their canon, at least.
Yeah. The more fun Batmans, not the melodramatic Dark Knight Batmans.
Yeah, no.
Well, let me ask you this. Who's the worst actor? LeBron or Michael Jordan?
LeBron. He makes Michael Jordan look like Robert Redford. But yeah, I've been trying to watch more shit, but I'm always like, I need to like branch out and not watch every commercial big hit thing. And then of course I have, have a few hours to kill, and that's the one I watch just out of morbid curiosity.
There's a lot of old movies that I need to like get around to watching, like movies that are probably actually really good, but you just, you don't think of it because you're always looking for the next good movie, but they're out there and we're just not watching it.
That's a good question. I have a bunch of classic movies that I
have a bunch too.
Yeah.
There's like Westerns that like I've never was a Western guy, but there's like a lot of Westerns that I would love to see, like, the good, the bad, the ugly, like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, like just all those movies.
Same here. I mean, my knowledge of Westerns is like between, Tombstone and Back to the Future Part 3.
Yeah, and Feivel Goes West, American Tail 2.
Fuck yeah, Feivel Goes West. All day long, son.
All the live long day.
Feivel Goes West all the live long day is the title of this episode. No one's going to convince me otherwise.
No one's going to convince you. Who else is going to convince you? I'm the only other one. You act like there's all these people that are going to...
There's a committee. There's a committee who decides these things.
Fuck the board. I'm going my own route.
Fuck the board. Yeah.
What are some of yours that stick out?
Taxi Driver.
Okay.
Never seen Taxi Driver. And my dad is one of those people who's like, you don't have to. Skip it.
Oh, really? It's more of a character-driven movie than so much a plot-driven movie.
Right, but it's good. You think it's good?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's one of those.
So I should put it on my list then.
I would put it on your list. But if you love your father more, then I guess you can listen to your father.
Well, let's ask them together.
Uh-oh.
Am I alive?
Here he is.
How you doing?
Good. How's the East Coast?
Papa Tregs, we were actually talking before about like older movies that like we've always wanted to see, classics that we never got around to seeing. Are there any movies that you could think of that you never saw?
Let's see. Classics I've never seen. No, I pretty much caught them all. Can you name a few I might not have seen?
Well, I was telling him I've never seen Taxi Driver. Raging Bull.
Oh, fuck, dude. Hold the phone and watch that.
That's what I said too. I said if I had to choose out of those two, I would definitely recommend Raging
Hold
Bull.
the phone, put on, it's all black and white, Scorsese, and seriously, Rob, buy it on iTunes because Scorsese actually, either in a documentary or a commentary, but one of the things he talks about was going into slow motion when Jake takes those hard hits. You know what I mean?
Don't spoil anything. Rob didn't see it yet.
No, it's a boxing movie. It's a boxing movie. You know,
no.
But yeah, that you have to see Raging. I can't believe I never turned you on to Raging Bull. What kind of father am I?
Yeah, nice parenting.
I just slapped myself. All right, let's keep going. What did you say, Pete? What haven't you seen?
I said that I didn't really have a specific movie, but I said there was a lot of Westerns. Like, I feel like the whole genre of Westerns I never really got into or saw many movies. Like,
Please tell me you've seen Dances with Wolves.
No, I never saw that either.
Oh, put that at top on your list. It's on Netflix.
No.
Really?
Shut up. It's on Netflix. Put that top on your list, seriously.
It's not slow, though? I thought it was like a
No.
slower.
Yeah, if you have 6 hours to to kill,
Yeah.
Pete, Dances with Wolves is on.
No, Pete, you can watch it in segments. It's that kind of movie. Watch
right.
it. Watch it like a book. I'll tell you the top 3 westerns you should see. That one.
Unforgiven?
Yeah, I like Unforgiven. I've been meaning to watch that again because I only saw it in the theater. I really liked it, and I love Gene Hackman, and he's the villain, so he's really good. But I wouldn't put that in my top 3 westerns. Let's see what else. Silverado's a great movie, great cast. Kevin Kline, Kevin Costner, Danny Glover. It's John Cleese from Monty Python. It's such a great cast. It's a great western.
Really?
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's the cinematography is brilliant. You know what? My third one, Hostels. Only because I saw the premiere with Christian Bale with a Q&A, and I got to ask the director, Chris Cooper, or I think that's his name or something, but I love the music. Scott Cooper. And I said, afterwards, they were asking for Q&As, and I raised my hand. I said, I love the music, it's so atmospheric. And he and Christian Bale's heads were bobbing like 90 miles an hour. I'm like, yes, thank you. You agree with me. Because the score, if you've ever seen Hostels, it's a very good movie. But the score is just like, it's not a typical score. There's no like theme. It's just like Breaking Bad was a very ambient score. You know what I mean? Except for the main title, can you remember anything about Breaking Bad score? No, because it's very ambient music. You know what I mean? And that's
right.
And they both agreed that was what they were going for. And I was like, hey, all right, I hit something on the head with these two. You know what I mean?
I asked a smart question.
I know. Instead of like, what was it like filming a Western? Yeah.
So that you pretty much have all recent westerns on your top three. No,
I do. The old ones,
Clint Eastwood or anything.
Here's my problem with old westerns and old movies past before 1970. They're all looped, and I can't watch them.
Yeah, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is all dubbed, the whole movie.
Oh,
really?
And I can't watch this. I know it's all fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 80% of Star Wars: A New Hope is looped.
I know, it bothers me too.
Well, what would you say to Pete about he's never seen Butch and Sundance?
Oh no!
Sorry, Hostiles, you just got booted. Yeah, Butch Cassidy, great movie. You know what's so weird? Like my memory of first seeing that movie was my family. My family never took road trips, which was weird. You know, we went to the Jersey Shore. That was far enough. So for some reason, my dad and my mom decided to take us all to Washington, D.C. Well, anyway, Bob Tregler gets stuck in this loop of traffic around D.C. and can't get off. And he's flipping out and doing 70. And kids are in the station wagon in the back. No seatbelts. We're talking free seatbelts, okay? And Dad's flipping out because he can't. I can't find the goddamn exit. You know? So anyway, cut to, we get this hotel, rooftop pool. And they have on-demand movies, and Dad orders Butch Cassidy for the whole family. You know, there's a scene in there where she like shows half a nip, you know, and she's like, "Mom, turn it off," and he's like, "No,
No,
let the boy watch.
Let him see a half a nip. Damn it!"
I can't remember the last movie that I was excited to see. Honestly,
I'm actually excited to see the Top Gun sequel because I'm a fan of that first one. But
there's a movie I never saw too, Top Gun.
What?
I saw the original Top Gun.
Oh no!
You're gonna think it's hokey if you watch it now, but watch it; it's good.
Now, I'm pretty good at putting myself in that time period. You know, I try to pretend that it's 1986 or whatever when I go see it and try to appreciate it for what it is. But that's Michael Bay too, isn't it?
No, not at all. Tony Scott, great director, who jumped off the fucking bridge in San Pedro, which I see every time I drive into San Pedro and I see that bridge. I'm like, Tony Scott, no! Look at this. He made some great movies. Crimson Tide, did you ever see that? Great movie. Top Gun, great movie. Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. Yeah, Ridley's brother, man. Ridley was devastated.
Yeah, it was sad. Born June 21st, 1944, died August 19th, 2012, pushed by one Robert Tregler Sr. off the
No! I'm going to
that was audio from that moment.
It sounded like it.
Everyone was there. Everyone was there.
So anyway, do you want to talk about Jungle Snooze?
You know what's funny? I was going to use that joke too, but
but I got a better one.
What?
Jungle Snooze 2: Dead Men Write Bad Scripts.
What are your thoughts on Jungle Cruise?
The first hour, I was really digging it, and then did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. I was digging it. The puns are a little bit much with The Rock. I mean, the thing about The Rock is he's so likable that it's just like he can get away with it. Like a lesser presence would not get away with half that crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and they did have chemistry, but the good chemistry doesn't make a great movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the first hour I was digging it was kind of Indiana Jones-ish, this and that. But then the second hour, it's like, the guy with the snake face and this and that. I'm like, what the heck? It's just like we don't know what to do. Let's go to Pirates 3 and pick the Davy Jones face and have that one of the characters. And another guy, what was the other guy? He was like, one guy was like half of a person, Rob. If you haven't seen it, it's like the guy, half of his head was missing. So it's fun for the whole family. Put it this way, I wish I had bought Black Widow instead.
You still didn't see Black Widow?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, you gotta see
I
it.
know. I'm thinking about throwing out the 30 because now Apple TV you can own it on Apple TV for $30. I'm like, come on, go 19.99. I'm in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But $30, I'm like, ah. But Rob and I were talking the other night. We said, look, we used to pay 30 something bucks for DVDs back in the day. Like,
I
oh,
know.
Raiders with special features. Oh, $39.99. I'm in.
Yeah, take my
That's a
money,
deal.
please.
Yeah, that's a deal. Now, like, $12.99 on Apple TV. I'm like, no, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The sign of a good movie is you want to watch it again. The sign of an okay movie is like, is this over yet?
yeah.
and then it was kind of exhausting. And that's the thing. When I saw the runtime was 2 hours and 5 minutes, I'm like, you know what? That's too long. If you want to have a action comedy with romance or at least a little chemistry in, go hour and a half, $1.45, 2 hours and 5 minutes. You're fucking wearing out your welcome. And sure enough, they did that with all the snake faces and shit like that. So that's my opinion. When I heard Pirates of the Caribbean was going to be a movie, I'm like, I don't care who's in it. It's going to be awful. Ooh, And then I saw Johnny Depp and bring it to life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is about these current new action adventure movies that they feel like they need to throw one action sequence at you after another and another and another. And
Thank
it
you.
just
I'm with
doesn't let
you.
the movie breathe at all. Like, let it settle before you go into another action scene. I feel like they just they feel like you have no attention span, so they have to throw as many quick, fast things at you as quick as possible. So it'll try to keep your attention. It's like, no, like establish a story. Like, let's get to know the characters a little bit.
Right.
I feel like some of the most interesting scenes in the Jungle Cruise was when, Emily Blunt and The Rock were like going back and forth at each other, like
Right.
exchanging barbs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's too much too quickly and too
Well,
fast.
they bailed on it. They bailed on that in the third act, and then made them fall in love at the very end, or like have some kind of forced romance. And I'm like, no, no. You had snake faces and half-eaten guys. Now you're going
Right.
to tell me they're suddenly in love. So it's like a forced romance. And I don't like. You're right though. Like, think of Raiders of the Lost Ark as a template for the action movie. Okay,
Right.
action sequence, breathe. Action sequence, breathe. Action sequence, breathe. Think about it. I think of the whole movie in my head, storyboard wise. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's just
Right.
like we're going to chase through the desert on a truck, and then we're going to breathe.
It's like you want to care about these characters and what's going to happen to them, and you're
But you
not going to
can't
care
when they're
about them
constantly.
when they're constantly in trouble and they're they're going to be okay in the end. So it's
And
just like,
constantly fighting snake faces and shit.
right. I was pissed too that they didn't have actual animals in the movie. You know what I mean?
Thank
Like,
you.
I feel like the Jungle Cruise, like most of the ride is looking at animals, and they had none of that. They had none of the imagery from the ride that they could have like nodded to or incorporated somehow. And it's just mostly all these like ghost and like you said,
Tilto
snake
World
faces and
2
stuff
Fallen Kingdom.
that that we saw in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Once the writers bail out, I bail out. You know what I mean? And but I've never walked out of a theater because of that, but I felt like it at times. Like, I'm like, man, they're just phoning this one in, and it's just like,
Did you see it in the theater or you saw it on Disney
no,
Plus? Oh, okay.
I spent $30 on that, so I
Yeah,
want a
so did
refund.
I.
Half price.
You're gonna tweet The Rock now and be like, "I want my money back."
Tomorrow War was a much better movie.
I even compare a lot of movies to like adventure movies to Jurassic Park too, because there's such a great build up in Jurassic Park where they're establishing the stories and they're building up to all the action and the chaos that's going to come later. And they don't do that anymore in movies at all. And I feel like they really feel like
Oh
audiences
no.
are stupid and have short attention spans because of all this, fucking iPhones and technology that's constantly in their faces. So they have to feel a need to fill the screen with as much quick shots and action as possible. And everything else is getting lost.
I finally went to the theater like a couple weeks ago to see Old, and this guy in front of me, 2 rows, his phone's lighting up left and right. He's looking at pictures. He's texting. I'm like, dude, come on. We're back in the theater, bro. Before MTV came out, everything was long shots. Long people talking, long held shots. When MTV came out, it was cut. And so then movie trailers followed suit. And they've been that way for 30 years. Cut. How am I going to interpret this movie when you won't let me stop for a second and process an image?
No, it's interesting what you said about MTV, though, because obviously Rob and I were babies when MTV came out. So we didn't see that change like you have. So that's interesting that you're giving a different perspective on that.
I don't want to go to dark territory, but you hear that shit about that guy that went down to Mexico with his kids?
All right, we got to cut him off. Rob.
Yep. We'll be right back.
Oh my God. John, were you up on Wikipedia all night?
John, are you okay? You're shaking.
You guys, you will not believe what I just read on Wiki. Welcome to Reddit on Wiki, the poorly researched, semi-funny podcast on random stuff we find on the internet.
Who are you talking to?
And why are you shaking so much?
Subscribe to Reddit on Wiki on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sean, I'm scared.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
I will say this about Raging Bull. It's his best performance, I think. And when you see that movie, you're going to be like, okay, I know why he's considered one of the best actors ever, just from that one movie alone.
But is it really better than Little Fockers?
That's a tough one. Yeah, I'm going to have to say yeah, just by a hair, though. In case you're keeping track, that's our second Little Fockers reference after last week's Little Focker reference with Joey Cola. Rob, let's go back and revisit that, shall we?
I was able to help De Niro out a little bit, I guess.
And I understood you helped him out in Little Fockers as well. Is that true, Joey?
So the Suicide Squad tanked.
The box office is just not getting to where it needs to be.
Well, the thing I don't get is you said it was free on HBO Max, correct?
Well, if you subscribe to HBO Max, which is a monthly fee.
Right. But I'm just saying there's not like an additional fee like Disney Plus does with like their new releases.
No. So far, there hasn't been.
At least Disney Plus is like charging a fee that they could get proceeds from the one movie. Like in all these other streaming services aren't all these logistics.
I just want to see the movies and all these logistics and the paperwork. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. If I was good at math, I wouldn't do what I do.
I'm not good at math either.
You seem like someone who would be good at math. I'm horrible at math.
No.
Math, I was like a D student in math.
Me too. I think I even failed a class once too. Yeah, I was always awful at math.
True, really?
And
my bad at math brother.
I was always bad. And I hated it. It frustrated the hell out of me. I remember becoming like angry doing my math homework and just so frustrated.
Yes.
Stupid shit.
And for what?
For what?
So the iPhone could come out a fucking couple years later and then you would never need it again.
Yeah, exactly.
My algebra teacher fucking put me in fucking in-school suspension because I was late 3 times to the class.
Really?
He was such an asshole.
God. That's another thing. I feel like all the math teachers were such dicks.
Yeah.
Too. Like they were always the worst teachers like I ever had. Were always the math teacher. And of course it had to be like the subject I hated the most too. Like there was never a cool math teacher that I had that made it kind of enjoyable.
Well, that to me is 90% of any class when you're a kid is if the teacher makes it enjoyable. And no math class has ever been enjoyable, but it could be if you had a person in there who gave a shit. They were always angry and very like by the book and just get it done. You know, bad attitudes.
Boring, yeah. And I remember one time in middle school, I had like the worst math teacher. And the bitch actually gave a whole packet of math work to do during Christmas vacation. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, who does that?
That's
who gives a whole packet of math work to do during Christmas vacation? That's a fucked up.
Somebody who likes to torture kids. Yeah, I've had some evil teachers too, man. I had a teacher, 2nd grade. Listen to this. I remember her name. I'll put her on blast.
She's probably dead.
Well,
you're like, I'm going to ruin her life.
I know. Let me backtrip pedal. I'm not going to say her name.
She died 7 years ago.
She heard your podcast and had a heart attack. No, but she didn't like any messy desks. And one time she walked up, I'm sitting there at my desk. She walked up, grabbed the 2 legs of the desk, flipped it upside down, and everything fell out of it. And she was like, clean this desk.
That's fucked up too, because those are like, that's 2nd grade. Like, at least in middle school, you could kind of understand, because like middle school students are dicks.
Yes, exactly.
But fucking elementary school, there's no reason for that. You're like, my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pencil holder. You broke it.
Oh, I can't wait to get home. Yeah. Even though we'll be home for 10 days, at least I can look at Han Solo and Carbonite for a few minutes.
Yeah. I missed you. You look great.
Accidentally hit the button and Harrison Ford falls out of it. Whoa.
I can't see.
Your eyesight will return in time.
You're wearing the helmet.
No, I see him fall out and I run into the other room quickly and then come back in, putting the helmet on, like quickly, trying to... Not going to miss this opportunity.
Not missing a beat.
Not even surprised that Harrison Ford fell out of the Carbonite. It's like, okay, I know how this goes.
This is it. That's my cue.
I wrote a whole thing, and by wrote, I mean I wrote it in my notes app, and it was like 2 sentences, but I thought it would be funny. Harrison Ford crashed a plane into my house and hit the Hansel and Carbonite, and I walked into the room, and that thing's all shattered, and he's laying on the ground. And I'm like, it happened.
That's so far-fetched and crazy, and I love it. That's the kind of shit I love.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye!
Thanks for listening to Rico and the Man. We want to hear from you. Send us an email at ricomanpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Rico and the Man, and on Instagram at Rico and the Man Pod. Don't bother following us on Facebook, because Facebook is an awful place in the darkest corners of humanity.